Hi everyone, Nora here. I'm just going to show you 3 poses that can be adapted in pregnancy. So the first pose is going to be triangle pose. So we start the pose by bringing our right foot to the top of the mat. So our right foot is facing forward. Then we have wide legs here and we bring our left foot facing centre. So you will have one leg this way and one leg this way, or one foot this way, one foot this way. So make sure you have nice movement here, you have a nice wide stance. So I'll show you this way just so you see. So one foot forward, one foot into the centre. Make sure you have a nice stance here. Okay, nice movement as well. So what we're going to do here then is we're going to bring our 2 arms out to the side. Now we're going to bend the front knee forward and reach forward slightly. So normally in triangle we will start to turn around and bring the arm down to the floor or to the leg, okay? So you can have a straight leg in triangle or you can have a bent leg in triangle, whatever suits you, okay? Now sometimes in pregnancy as our baby starts to grow, the belly of course gets larger. So when we go to this position, and we try to turn, the belly catches here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this pose as far as here, and then we're just going to bring the forearm down and place it on the thigh. And that will be enough if the belly is heavy or the baby is growing. Okay, depends on where you are in the pregnancy always. Okay, so now another way you could do it is to have a block. So you can have a block by your foot, hands out. You can have a bent or a straight leg, whichever suits you. I'm doing bent just in case people with larger bellies are watching. And we're going to turn. And you can turn, hold the block, and this will give you a nice place for your baby to rest. Okay? So there we are. The one thing you don't want to do is fall forward. So that's why you need the props, okay? Because if you go down like this, you see I'm falling forward. So if I hold on to the block, I'm much straighter. Or if I just go a little bit down the leg rather than all the way. Or if I go here, then I'm straighter in the chest. Then up again. This is very good for helping you in your breathing muscles here as well as strengthening everything. So that's the first pose. You can do it on both sides. So the second pose I'm going to show you is child pose. So normally in child pose, you would have, I'll just move this chair. Normally in child pose, you would have your knees close together. You could start by sitting on your heels and then just sliding down into child pose. So of course, if the belly is growing, you don't want to be squashing your baby and you want to have the baby nice and safe. So what you can do is you widen your knees. So if you see my feet are together, my knees are nice and wide, and now I can go down. So my baby will be hanging here and there'll be a lot of space between the floor and the baby. Now if you feel you're a little bit worried about going down, what you can do is get 1 or 2 little cushions and place them here at the top of your chest and just rest. So if I show you from the side, you have a nice gap here between you and the floor. So the baby is completely safe. Another way you can do it is to have either the block or the pillow by your head. And just place your head there, your hands down, leaving that lovely large gap here for the baby to rest. So that would be the second one. Now the third one we're going to show you is going to be tree pose. So with tree pose, normally we would just bring the leg up to where we are, bring the leg up and bring the arms up. Now in pregnancy sometimes the the blood pressure may not be great. So we have to be very careful with pregnant women. So they could easily tip or fall here. So and also the gap, they're growing in muscle and they're growing here. So the weight may pull them forward. So you can either lean on a chair, so you can hold the back of a chair, or even safer, place one hand on the wall. So if you place one hand on the wall, you can actually bring your leg up. Now, your leg doesn't have to be this high. You can have your leg here. That's still tree pose, yeah? Have them near a wall so it's nice and safe, yeah? You can actually have tree pose here, yeah? Or they can just hold the wall, lift up their leg to where they feel safe here. They don't want to be straining the muscles here or the groin muscles or the pelvic area. And then you can have one hand up if you need to, if you can't have the other one, or you can bring both up, depending on where you are in the pregnancy. All of these three poses are adaptable in so many different ways. So it would depend on where you are in your cycle, you know. So are you in the first trimester, the second trimester, the third trimester? Is your baby larger or smaller? You know, you may be carrying twins. You may just have a small little bump. Some people who've been doing yoga for many years, they can go on all the way through their pregnancy, and even if you give them adaptations, they'll just go through and do their normal practice. So the important thing is that you know your body, and you only do what your body is safe to do. So if anybody is watching this on YouTube, just to let you know, these are ideas for you to adapt. They're not set in stone. What you must do is take control of your own journey, your pregnancy journey, and do what feels safe. Make sure you have enough props around you. Make sure you don't overreach, so you can mind the baby. I'm sure you will all do this anyway. But just to let you know that. And if you want to learn more, maybe to come to one of my pregnancy yoga classes, rather than do this straight away. Because you should really be in one of my classes to learn the whole class, and which poses go into the next pose and which are the safest poses for you to do. But this is just an idea, a little taster to let you know there are adaptations that can be made, and yoga is open to anyone in any part of their cycle. Okay, so if you do the exercises without coming to my classes, or if you're not one of my clients, then they would be at your own risk, so just to let you know that. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions on pregnancy to do with yoga, just give me a text or a little message and I'll come back to you. So blessings and light.